just okay.
So, hi everyone, this is Jay Podiyar, and today we have a very special guest from Morocco, and who will speak about a special session today. And Ayub came up with this idea of having this kind of session, and believe me, this would be very special session for you, exclusive one, right? And in this session, we will talk about master objection handling and price negotiation. I mean, after this session, and with little bit of more practice, you can say that you have mastered objection handling and price negotiation. See, mastering will come with time, right? First, you have to learn how to master those skills. Okay. And after getting domain name, before selling domain name, this session is crucial for all of you, right? So, without any further delay, I'm handling floor to Ayub. Ayub Kehel, please.
Hi everyone, thank you so much for being here. So I will try to make it a little bit clear. As you know, English is not my native language, so I will try it to make it like simple to understand. So today we will talk about how to master objections and how to master price negotiation. As you know, in the last sessions, what we learned how to find the good domain and the perfect domain to purchase so we can contact the perfect buyers, okay? Then we learned how we can find the perfect buyer for this specific domain. Then we learned how to contact this perfect buyer. And now the crucial part is if we get replies. If someone reply how much, if someone reply not interested, if someone don't want to buy our domain, if someone like you don't understand the value of the domain. So in this session we will talk about how to handle the objections and how to negotiate the price. So to understand this topic, let's have like a small imagination. So let's imagine that I will offer you a course that he will make you like $500 per day. Just we imagine, I will not do that, don't worry. Uh, let's imagine that you will make $500 per day, and this course, I show you real data. I show you a proof, I show you a video, I show you a screenshot and everything. And then I tell you that the price of this course will be just $500 for just 24 hours. And of course, you want to get this course and you don't have the money to buy it. And then what you will do? Simply, you may ask your friend or your family or anyone that you know to buy it. Now the question, why you want to buy this course? Why you want to buy this course to get like $500 per day? There is many reasons. The first reason is you want to make money. The second reason that you want to get rich. You want to help your family. You want to don't miss the opportunity. Also, you wanna feel comfortable in your life. So all of this are what? All of this are emotions, are feelings, and this is the reason why you want to buy this course. All these things that we just mentioned, getting money, getting rich, help your family, don't miss the opportunity, be comfortable in your life, all of these are emotion. So the decision that you make and the decision that you want to do to buy this course to get like $500 per day, it means that you act with your emotion. And this is exactly what the buyer do. The buyer as well, uh, the buyer as well take his decision based on his emotion. Now the buyer have many emotions, and you don't know if this buyer want to buy or not. if this buyer have like bad emotion or good emotion. So there is a technique, there is a way to understand what emotion has this buyer. So this technique is called the sans technique. It's a technique made by a French salesman that he developed based on the pyramid of Maslow. This technique, it will help you to understand the objection and the feelings of this buyer based on several things. So to understand this sans technique, it is very easy. So sans it stand for different words. So S, the letter S means security in French and security in English. It means that people are always looking for security. He takes his decision based on the emotion of security. The second letter on the second character, which is O, it's based on orgueil, or in English means self-esteem. It means people take decision based on his self-esteem. He wants to feel like strong and feel like someone who everyone respects and everything. This is also a reason why people like want to buy very expensive things just to feel this self-esteem. Okay, the third letter or third character is N, which is novelty. In France, nouveauté. Okay, the novelty means that people are always looking for something new, something that no one have, something that's just invented, just developed. It's also a way that the buyer take decision on buying or purchasing, which is based on his emotion of getting something new. Okay, the fourth character or fourth letter is C, which is comfort or convenience, which means people are looking for something that are strong and doesn't broke up. This is why like sometimes people choose a car that it has a strong metal that it will not break easily. Okay, it is also one of the thing that buyer take decision to take. Okay, also the letter A, which is argent in French and price in English, which means that the buyer are always looking for cheap price, getting the best opportunity, the best product for cheap price, which means all the decisions of this buyer, it's based only on the price. And the last character or the last letter, which is sympathy en français and in English affinity, which means people that are nice. When you talk to them nicely and you talk to you nicely, he take the decision just because he get the feeling that you are a nice person. So this is the sans method, and all of these feelings and this emotion are the thing that the buyer helps him to take the decision. Sometimes he buy or they take the decision based on one emotion. Sometimes he gets it by two emotions, sometimes three emotions, and so on. So to understand it better, I will give you some examples. So let's give like some objections based on the sans method. So the first one is someone telling you like, I don't want to buy this domain. I don't want it. It means that these people, this person, he take this decision to do not buy the domain just by security. He don't want to change his website. He is thinking that you might scam him or give him like something that he will not need. And sometimes he will like don't want to buy this website just because he feels like he is superior than you. This is also one of other reasons. Sometimes you will just get one, or sometimes you will get two reasons of the sans method. Let's give another example. The other example is price is too high. These people or this person take the decision based on the price of the sans method. because he always looking for cheap things, and also he is looking for the security. He don't want to break anything, he don't want to change anything, he wants always to keep it simple and clear without changing any further delay of further things of his website or his company. Let's give another example, which is go away. Go away means someone take the decision of the security. He don't want to change anything. These people don't want to talk, don't want to do anything. Should just he take the decision based on his emotion of the security. Another example, domain are not good for the ECU. This is also a common thing that you will always get when you will send emails to the buyers. So this person is always looking for new information, always looking for new things. This is why he take he get the feeling of telling you domain are not good for SEO. It's based on the novelty of the Soncast method. The buyer will not know about the Soncast method, but you as a seller, as a salesman, as someone doing outbound, you must understand this. You must understand a little bit of the psychology of the buyer, psychology of the people. So you must read more about the psychology because it helps you to understand the decisions of the buyer, the feeling of the buyer. Of course, you will not get it 100% sure because you are talking to this buyer via email, okay? But you might detect some points that will help you to understand better the feeling that helps the buyer to take the decision. Okay, another example, which is I am not interested. I am not interested in this time. When people telling you this, you don't know what. You don't know which sentiment he has. For that reason, you must ask him a question to ask him why you are not interested. Always ask it politely. Ask, it will help me to understand better why you are not interested. It will help you to like understand and avoid any several mistakes. Just ask the buyer politely, and the buyer will reply to your message and will reply to you to give you some feedback. Because sometimes people tell you I'm not interested just because he is thinking it is a scam or it is this, you are spamming him. And sometimes people tell you I am not interested just because he is thinking that domain worth nothing and domain are just good for websites building. Sometimes even people tell you not interested just because he want to talk about nothing, because he gets a lot of emails every day. So the only thing that will help you to understand the feeling of the buyer or the real objection of the buyer is to ask him why he is not interested. And there is many ways you can use to understand why he is not interested. There is no template to use. Just ask ChatGPT to give you different topics to use, different templates. Sometimes ask about is it the price. Sometimes is ask about is it the way that I talk to you was not like very professional. Don't tell it like this, but ask ChatGPT to help you to get more insights about this. Okay. And now let's imagine that you got a reply. You ask ChatGPT or you ask the buyer to tell you why these people is not interested. And you got a reply. Now this reply, you must try to think which of the Soncast terms and Soncast characters we just mentioned he has. Is it it's about the security, it's about the novelty, it's about the sympathy. You just need to understand and to detect which of this it has the feeling or the emotion of this buyer. Then you try to give a reply that fits his needs to make him don't get this objection. The more you understand the buyer, the better it is to make him and becoming a client or a buyer. Okay. The second thing is you will give him a benefits based on the Soncast. Like for example, if someone you ask you tell you not interested. And then you reply why you are not interested, and then he say to you, I think it is a scam. My team tell me that it is a potential spam or scam. Now you will understand that these people and this person has the feeling of the security, always want to feel secure. Then you will just simply reply that you don't worry, it's about the security. You will not purchase anything from me. You will purchase from like a good daddy. I will not take the money. I will not ask for the credit card, and it's crucial for your website. Then he will understand, because you target the real point and the real feeling of this buyer, which is the security. Okay, the more you understand the feeling of the buyer, the more you will get better results. Of course, you will not be perfect at the first time, and even on the second or on the 10th time. Okay, but you just need to practice. Of course, you will miss it sometimes, you will hit it sometimes, but you need to continue like this. And of course, you need to read more about the psychology of the buyer. Okay. Also, when you give like the objection, try to give it based also on his website, because sometimes you have a domain name, like for example for the family law. Okay, I always give example for law niche because I love this niche. You have a domain like in the family law, and a person have a law firm that talk about tax, family, and everything, and he say to you not interested. When you will try to give like the objection and the reply to his objection, you just mention that in your website you have this and you have this, and this domain can be beneficial for you and for your company, and so on. So you always need to visit the website of this buyer to give him better to get better understanding of his situation. Of course, understanding also the feeling of the soundcast method, and also to give him the real reply. The more time you take in understanding the reply, or to understand the situation of the buyer, the more you will get sales. Okay. Also, be polite, don't be rude, always be like thank you for your time. Even sometimes people insult you, people will tell you some bad words. Okay, but always stay polite and talk professionally. Sometimes people buy your domain just because you are polite and just because you are professional. Okay, so I hope it's a bit clear. I'm talking now about the objection. If you have any question about this, just tell me and I will reply to you before talking to the other topics. I don't see questions. Do you have any questions about this?
I think there is one question from Chetan. What if buyer stops responding?
Yes, it's happened.
And
If the
second
buyer
question
stop,
is how many times I follow up to.
when we talk about the handling of the objection and someone tell you like I'm not interested, you send the first one, the first reply. Then you track the email. You see if this buyer reply, watch and read your email or not. If you see that he read it just one time, no need to send a follow-up. But if you see that he read it many times, send a follow-up. And if again say to you not interested, you just stop sending him emails, simply because we are not spammers. We are people that are doing cold emails to sell our products. Okay, now give me just questions related to the objection handling and the Soundcast method that we just shared right now. Because at the end of this session, we will do like general Q&A, and you can ask anything. Okay. What? Okay. When I should reduce the price. We will talk about the price rates a little bit. Now we just talk about the objection handling. Explain more about the novelty. Okay, the novelty, it means someone are always looking for something new, always like checking the new things, the new information about domains, the new information about SEO, about branding. Someone who is educated about the market. This one is a type of people that are in the type of novelty. Okay, sometimes you will find a team of IT person that is aware of the domain, aware of the redirect, aware of anything related to the domains. This type is called, it's also part of the novelty method of Sankas. Okay. For the price too high, it's also about the price of the Sankas method. This person needs to understand. I will talk about this in a minute, but this person need a little bit of discount. Okay, need a discount, need a payment plan. So it needs just simplification of the process. I have a client tell me you are a scammer. Okay, I just tell him I am not a scammer, and okay. Yes, it's happened. Sometimes people will not trust even when you say to him that you are not a scammer. It happens also to me. One time a buyer tell me like you are a scammer and everything. I say to him that you will buy directly from GoDaddy and everything, and he didn't trust me. So I called him. I called him by the phone, and then he trusts, and he purchased a domain. Okay, it just about sometimes it's just about the trust. Sometimes it doesn't happen. Sometimes if people, when you call him, he will just tell you don't call me again. Then you just admit it and continue to contact some more buyers. If someone give you a price too low, yes, like for example you have $200 for the domain and people give you like $10. This is not a serious buyer, so just ignore it. Okay, what do you think about? Okay, it's now we talk about just objection handling. Ask me just about objection handling. Okay, general questions and price, we will talk about it right now. When I am looking for emails, by the way, explain customer. Okay, I found emails that are not related to the domain I'm not selling. I don't understand your question. Anyway, let's continue and then we will make the general question later. Okay, let's continue. For the comments, I don't see comments when I am explaining because it's go down, and let's continue right now. So we talk about the objection handling. Okay, and remember, we are talking to humans. We are not talking to robots. It means that there is not one reply that fits all the people and fit to all the kind of humans. There is a reply that works with a type of people. There is a reply that fit for another type of people, and so on. This is why I shared with you the Songcast method, because simply these feelings, all the humans have these feelings, which means that if you master this method, it means that you will understand the more buyers and you will make more sales. If I give you a template to use for all the buyer, it will not work, simply because we are different. I am different than you, Jay is different than me, and so on. Okay, so always try to understand the buyer more. Now let's talk about the price. Let's talk price. When we send emails, when we send and do outbound for our domains, we always will get the price request. But there is many ways to get the price request, and each of these ways, it also show us the interest of the buyer. Like for example, If someone tell me just price, it means that this person is not very engaged to you. He just ask price, that's all. Some you will get the feeling that this person is curious. He is not super interested. Like if someone say to us, like for example, how much, it means that this person it's a bit interested than people who just ask price. Okay, when we find a person that also ask us how much are you asking for, it means that people are taking the time to read a correct phrase to ask you about the price. It means more engagement, and the more engagement you get from the buyer, the more you will detect the interest of this buyer. Okay, also you will get, please give me some information, and what are the asking price, what is the asking price. It means more engagement. People that are giving more engagement and giving more time and more effort, it means that people are more interested than the others, because someone asking give me more information what is the asking price is more interested than people just asking price and the question mark. Okay, so always keep this in mind. Now you have these questions, how to reply to price request. Will you ask for $1,000? Will you ask for $3,000? Will you ask for $200? So the first thing that you will do, simply direct reply. My asking price is, but sometimes you just need to find something that will give you some more force, some more benefits, because sometimes you have a domain, but this domain is good. You ask for like $200 or $300 as person doing outbound, but the buyer will not trust you. For that reason, try to find GoDaddy appraisal tool. If it has a good appraisal, because recently GoDaddy made some updates, and a lot of good domains you will find it for valuated under $100, and there is some bad domains, ugly domains that are appraised for $3,000. So if you find that your domain have good appraisal on GoDaddy, give this screenshot of GoDaddy to make more trust. If you find that it has not a good appraisal, don't talk about it. Okay? Don't use also STBot, because also it doesn't give you the real value of the domain. Sometimes you might find also Dynadot appraisal. It's good. It gives you always big prices, and we know and we understand that this appraisal price that he give you, it is not correct, but we will use it on our side simply because clients trust websites and trust the trusted website, just like GoDaddy and Dynados. So like for example, if you find that GoDaddy show you that a domain is worth $1,000, you will ask for like 300, 200 and so on, and you just mention that you are selling it as a wholesale price. Okay, it means that you will cut the appraisal, and then the buyer will feel that you are giving him a good price. Okay, also give the asking price. Don't tell the buyer make offer. Why? Simply because you are not buying a very good domain. You just buy it for just $10. Of course, if you already purchase a domain for a huge amount, and you purchase a domain like for example 500, 300, $1,000, of course you may ask for the asking price, or ask for to give him to give you an offer. Okay, but if you are buying a domain for $10, why you tell the buyer to give you an offer, and also you are knocking his door? It means that you must give him your asking price, and always look for the cash flow. Okay, so always give your asking price, always give your buy it now price, so you will close the sale. Okay, so Also be flexible, because sometimes you ask for $300 and the buyer tell you like, I want just to buy it for 3 or for 250. No problem, you can close the sale with no problem, because it is near to your asking price. It is not far away. Of course, you will not ask for $300 and someone give you $50 and you will close the sale. Okay, so always be flexible when you are dealing with buyers. In the negotiation, try to make your buyer is a friend. The more friendly you will be with the buyer, the more sales you will get. Okay, and also track the opens. Why it is very important? Because the buyer, he will not buy directly when you will give him the asking price. It happens, yes, but it doesn't happen always. Always track the opens will helps you to see if the buyer read your email or not, because sometimes you give the asking price but the buyer will not see your email. It means that you must send him another follow-up with another subject line. Sometimes people uh, like read your email many times. It means that this person is interested but he hesitates. He is not sure if he will continue with the purchase or not. For that reason, you must give him some security feelings, sometimes some discount and so on. But if you see that someone, you read your email just one time, then you must try to give him some more information so he will trust the domain and then get the good feeling of buying it. Okay, the more track you do for your emails, the better you will make sales. Okay, now what is the most scenario you will get? Because when you give the asking price, there is some scenarios that will happen and it will be common. All of us will get these scenarios that we will get. The first scenario that we will get is someone, buyer, go directly and purchase the domain, which is the type of the buyer that I love. I love the buyer that go directly and buy the domain without any hesitation. Okay? The second scenario that you will get, the buyer will give you a lower offer, which will happen also. You will give the asking price and then the buyer will tell you, no, I will not buy it for this price. I will buy it for a lower price. It will also happen to you. The third scenario, buyer will say, the price is too high. Your asking price is very expensive. I will not buy it. Okay? The fourth scenario is the buyer will change his mind and he will become not interested and he will tell you, remove me from your list, and he will tell you, don't contact me again. It will also happen to you. Okay, and I will tell you how to deal with all of these scenarios. And of course, there is another scenario that will happen to you, which is the type of the buyer that I hate, is the buyer disappear. It means that you send your asking price and then the buyer disappear, never reply. He read your email, he read it many times, you send follow-ups, another follow-ups, you call him, he don't reply, and it continued like this, and he went in this and deep silence. This is the type of the buyer that I hate, and I will talk to you. We will talk about how to deal with this type of buyer as well. Now, in each scenario, what should I do? Okay, so the first scenario, which is the buyer go directly and purchase the domain. What you have to do, to be honest, get married with this buyer, because simply this buyer, he will go directly and do anything that you want. And we love this type of buyer because simply you give him, my asking price is this price, he will go directly and buy it. So we get married with this buyer. Okay, the second thing that you have to do, nothing to do, just transfer the domain. This is the perfect buyer for us, and this is the perfect buyer that we all of us want. Also, if this buyer reply to you and say to you, I just purchased a domain, just tell him thank you and stuff like this, and ask him if he needs help, because we as domainers, we learn the technical things, but the buyers, they are not technical gurus. They are not friendly with technical things. So just ask him if he needs help. Sometimes you will explain to him how it works and stuff like this. I got a buyer, I think last month. He go and purchase the domain, and then the domain was on sav.com, and das.com wants to push the domain to this buyer, but this buyer don't trust das and don't trust sav.com. So he told me that I just purchased the domain, and I'm not comfortable with sav.com. So what I have done, simply I tell him about Sav, I explain to him about Sav, I send him some screenshot of my account that I own several domains, and it is a trusted platform and everything. And if you agree to do the push, the domain will be in your account just in few minutes. And then finally the buyer agreed, because he trusts the process and trusts, because he purchased a domain for him, that he spent his money. It means if he gets some more insights and some more help from me as a seller, he will always buy without any hesitation. And that's what's happened. The domain was sent to the buyer, and the buyer get the domain, and I got my money, because if he didn't, simply I have to wait 60 days. And as you know, we always need the cash flow. Okay, so always ask the buyer if he need more help. The more help you give to the buyer, the more sales you will get, because it will become friendly, and maybe talk about you to his friends. Okay, now let's talk about someone who gives a lower offer. It was sold on das.com. Das.com. Okay, now let's talk about the buyer who gives you a lower offer. So when someone give you a lower offer, give a counter offer as well. Always give a counter offer. Like for example, if you ask for $200, and someone say to you, I will give you just $100. Okay, always give an asking price. Always give an counter offer. Also, you can use the trick of let's meet in the middle. Like for example, someone who purchase a domain, someone who you give an asking price of $200, and someone says to you, I will give you $100, then you can tell him, let's meet in the middle and close the deal for 150, which is reasonable, and of course it is good. But if someone, like for example, asks for $300 or $400, and someone give you $50, then meet in the middle means $200. If he agrees, that's perfect. If he does not, ignore it and look for another buyer. Okay, also sometimes you will ask someone will give you an offer. Okay, like for example for $100, and because you are feeling needy, you will accept the offer. But when you will accept the offer, the buyer will think that why these people accept this offer directly, maybe there is something wrong, so I will not buy the domain. This is why never accept the first offer. Okay, if your asking price is like $200, and someone, not this, if someone come and say to you, I will give you $100, and you will not buy, and okay, now if someone come and give you $100, okay, and you accept directly, he will not buy the domain, because simply he will think that you are a scam. Also, if someone also give you a price which is near to the buyer, near to the asking price, like for example, you have $200, and someone come and offer 150, you may accept, no problem, because the price is similar, is near to your asking price. You can close with this price. Okay. Now let's talk about the price is too high, which is also one of the things that you will get. Of course, when you will ask for a better price, sometimes you will ask for 500, 600, 700, you may get this. But if you ask for 200, $300 and the buyer tell you price is too high, don't take it in consideration. But if it's a real objection, let's talk about it. You just mentioned that your price is a wholesale price. It is not a retail price. Of course, if the domain you see that the valuation of GoDaddy or Dynadot is very high, you just mentioned that the retail price is this price. If on GoDaddy show $1,000 or Dynadot show $2,000, you will mention that the retail price is $1,000 or $2,000. But I am asking just for the wholesale, which is 200, 300, 500, and so on. Okay, mention this on your replies. Also, you will show some comparable sales. Where you will find it? On Afternic. When you will list the domain, you will find it on Afternic. Also, you will find it on GoDaddy Appraisal. You will find it as well on NameBio. You just give the comparable sales, so the buyer will see the sales that are happening in this type of domains. Also, you will give the market value of this niche. Like, for example, if you find something in the business niche or the finance niche or the real estate niche, you will know that this niche have the money. People have the money. People spend the money. People spend money on the advertisement, which means you will talk to him to say that this niche or this market has this value, and the domain and the price that I am asking is under the value, just because I am asking the wholesale price, and so on. Talk about the market value, because to be honest, everyone wants to get something for cheap price. Even me, I want to get something for cheap price. If this mouse I get it for like $1, it will be perfect. Why I will buy it for like $20? Okay, everyone wants to get something for cheap price, but it needs to be reasonable. Okay, you will not take gold for $1. Okay, this is the thing. So you need to be flexible, but you need to be also reasonable, because if you help the buyer to do everything that he wants, believe me, he will not buy, and you will lose your money. Okay, this is why you just need to be flexible and also reasonable. Also, give some quotation of the services that he has on his website. What I mean by this, sometimes you are doing the outbound, and sometimes you ask a price like for example 200, 300, and the buyer will say to you price is too high. But when you will check his website, you will see that the service that he offers, the cheapest plan that he has, he asks for 150. You just mentioned to him that two sales of your plans will make you the double of my asking price. So it means that my asking price is not that expensive. You just mentioned this. Sometimes some buyer will see it as a rude reply. Yes, it will happen. But sometimes some buyers, they will negotiate with you. Why? Because simply they will see that you are a person, a confident person, which he understands better the market, he understands better his websites, he takes the time to analyze his website and analyze the market and so on. Okay, so always also try to see the quotation and the prices and the plans that these websites offer. Of course, the person who asks will tell you the price is too high, because he is talking price, so you need also to talk price. Okay, And of course, sometimes because you see that this person is interested, but he is not ready right now to complete the purchase or complete the deal, you might ask for the payment plan. Like for example, the domain is priced for $600. You may do the payment plan of 3 months, of 6 months, of 4 months, so the buyer will get engaged to get the domain. Okay, sometimes the buyer he telling this just to give him some discount. Okay, so also give them some discount. Okay, give some discount so you can close the deal. If you see that the buyer still giving some more objection and stuff like this. So ask him what is the fair price of this domain. You just need to wait to get his reply. And if he give you like 200 or $300, or like for example the half of the price that you give him, try to add $100 or $200 of his fair price that he mentioned, and then close the deal. Okay. خططت لنا الشريف. Okay, let's continue. Okay, let's continue. Now, as I mentioned, be flexible. Okay, now let's talk about another situation, which is the buyer changed his mind and went deeply without any, and then reply to you and say, I am not interested anymore, which will happen as well. Okay, it happens a lot. Okay, so what you will do when you get a reply like this? It's simply you will ask him why he is not in, why to understand why he's changed his mind. Why it was, is it because of the price? Is it because of he is not ready right now? So you just need to understand why. Okay, the second thing is you need to offer him a discount, because sometimes people tell you I am not interested anymore, just to tell you indirectly, give me a discount of this domain. Like you ask for $500 and people say to you, I am not interested, don't contact me anymore, I will block you. He will just do like a propaganda to ask you to give him a discount. So give him a discount to see if it is work or not. Sometimes you give a discount, he will give you another discount of the discount that you give him, and then you close the deal. This is why always stay flexible. Okay. Also, sometimes you need to ask him what is the fair price of this domain. Sometimes people, in their mind, they will think that the domain worth just 300 or $200, but you ask for 600. You just ask him what is the fair price of this domain. So he will give you a quotation, then you try to give another price for that range, and then you close the sale, because the goal for you right now is to close the sale. Okay? And also, you just tell him that the domain is listed publicly and anyone can buy, and I am doing a simple discount for that price. Try to create a FOMO for his feelings, which is the fear of missing out. The more FOMO they will get, the more engagement they will take to buy the domain. Okay? And also, if none of this work, next, don't stick with this buyer. Go next and find another buyer. If no one buy this domain, keep it listed for sale and go and find another domain and continue the process. The more domain you work on it, the more buyer you contact, the more sales you will get. Okay? Now let's talk about the type of client that I hate, which is the people who simply disappear. You send them an email, you send them a message, you give your asking price, but this person disappear and never come back again. So what you have to do, simply track the open of the emails, because sometimes you will not get a reply just because your email went to the spam and the buyer will never see it. So you need always to track the email to see if this buyer read your email or not. If you see that this person doesn't read your email, it means that your email go to the spam, which means you need to send them another message with another follow-up, with another way to talk. Okay, so always track your emails. Also, send follow-ups. Sometimes you will ask, you will tell him more information. You mention the value of the domain. Sometimes you mention that he will buy from GoDaddy. Sometimes you will ask, you will tell him that if you need any assistance, if you need anything that will help you, what I can do to make this deal happen and everything. So you always need to show up in the follow up. Sometimes you ask when I should send the follow up. Every day send follow up. Okay, send follow ups every day. 5 4 follow up. If no reply, then also next. Okay, try also to create some FOMO. Say that the domain is publicly listed. It is on GoDaddy. It is now on a public marketplace. People can go now and purchase the domain and so on. Okay, and also offer discounts. Sometimes you will send on the last follow up that I will offer it for a short period of time of half of the price and continue like this. Always give some discount because people love discount. Everyone loves discount, including me, including you, including everyone. Okay, and also send them a link to buy from GoDaddy, because sometimes you will say to him, go to GoDaddy, purchase a domain, and so on. Sometimes you will go and type the domain on the search, you will find the link, take the link and put it on the email and continue and send the email. Sometimes people you will get and click on the link and purchase the domain. And also keep sending follow-up. 3, 4, 5 follow-up. If none of this reply, then simply call him. When you call him, ask him, I am the person who talked to you about the domain. This domain is ready now. You can take it, you can buy it, and so on. Sometimes you will get it like call me again in the next morning. Sometimes some people will say to you, never call me again, which will be happening as well, and so on. And of course, if none of this works, then next. Always next. Don't stop and don't keep with this type of buyers as well. Okay? Now let's talk about if we agree with the buyer, what next to do. But before talking about this, do you have any questions about the price negotiation before talking about the closing of the sales? Do you have any questions? Okay. The client tell me about the price, okay, and he can get the domain. I send him 5 reply, but don't read the email. Should I send them a message in WhatsApp? WhatsApp is a little bit spammy, but you may try it. You may try to call him as well. Try to contact him with a different email, because sometimes your message go to the spam and so on. Okay. Buyer agree on 750 and never buy. Yes, it happens also to me as well, and we will talk about this in a few minutes. How to know the reason why he don't reply? Sometimes people are busy. Sometimes he is not very interested. Sometimes he's scary. Sometimes he changes his mind. Okay. I messaged him on WhatsApp. Now he's saying not interested right now. Yeah, this is what always happen. Okay. Sometimes give him a discount. Just stick with with this buyer, and then try to find more buyers as well. If it is not responding, may I send him just a good debate learning? Yes, you can try it. Sometimes it will not be working. It will not convert, but it might work as well. So just try it. because no one will block you when you send this. Okay, so just continue the process and so. Do you have any questions before talking about the closing? For the price negotiation, I advise everyone to read this book. Okay. The book is called Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss. This book was from someone who was an ex-FBI agent. He was negotiating with the mercenaries, with the terrorists and everyone. So I advise everyone to read this book because it will help you to learn the skills of the negotiation. I didn't finish it yet, but it has a very strong information. Okay. Okay, let's see the other questions. Okay, the buyer interested to buy the domain, but he didn't know what is the domain. And I was telling him all the information to create a website, more information about to tell him he's not interested and don't. Yes, it will also happen. It's also happened to me as well. Sometimes you just need to keep sending emails explaining, make everything clear in a simple way. That's the thing. I do outbound for geo domains. The buyer he say I will give you $500, but you say always do counter offer for no when like for example for my site. If someone tell me I will give you $500, what I will reply? I will reply that I was planning to sell it for 600, but since you offer 500, I will close it for 550 and close the deal. I will always give a counter offer, but a near counter offer, not very far counter offer. Okay, you just also mentioned that it includes all the fees of the marketplace and everything. Which platform should we use for calling? There is many websites like text now, second line, also Skype. Skype also you will purchase numbers, and then it gives you unlimited say calls for USA and Canada and when you can choose even the countries, but it is not free. It's paid. Okay, sometimes I use also my Moroccan number. I call with no problem and so. Two people asked me about the price. He did not reply. I sent him 8 follow-ups. He read the message. Should I stop messaging? Yes, 8 follow-ups. You stop sending them emails. The clients tell me I will get back to you in a week. Yes, that's the problem. When someone tell you I will get in a week, in a month, I will think about it. Try to always to ask him a direct question. Which I learned from Dan Luke. It says, just tell me. Most people that you will tell me, I will get back to you, I will think about it, I will never get a reply. Are you really interested, or you just are polite with me? Because sometimes people are polite and they don't want to tell you, don't contact me and so on. Okay, but if you already tell him, okay, no problem, just try to send them an email, follow up, and go and so. Okay. More follow-ups to close deals. Yes, more follow-ups, but strategic follow-ups. I lose the buyer. He is not answer me, and I offer him a discount, but never respond. Wait, like for you know what? We are not in the Christmas, and we are not in the New Year. Should just tell him in this occasion of the New Year we are offering a special discount and stuff like that. we will offer you a 30% or 50% discount. You may go and now buy the domain. It's also happened. I have done this, I explained this to my audience recently about the Black Friday, and a lot of people made sales just because of this. They say, we have the Black Friday, we offer the domain for that price. Always use this strategy in different ceremonies like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, New Year, Christmas, Father Days, even you can see my birthday. Okay, always use this trick. How do you answer from questions? Are you from? No, I say I'm not from America. Simply, I tell the truth because a lot of Americans and a lot of Canadians purchase products from Moroccans, from Arab, from Indian, from Pakistan, from different places in the world. You don't necessarily have to be in America to sell anything. Can we sell domain with a built-in website? Did you ever? I never do it by outbound, but you can do it on Flippa. Flippa is the place for this. But some people, they will do like redesign and stuff like that. They sell the domain and then do the redesign and stuff like that. But personally, I never do this, especially via outbound. Okay, let's continue and then come back to the question later. Okay. Now let's talk about when you agree with the sale of the buyer, then what you have to do next. So firstly, let's talk about closing the sales. The closing the sales is the crucial thing that you must do. Because when you are doing outbound, you are doing marketing. When you are dealing and handing the objection, you are doing the sales. When you are doing like, okay, just don't drop anything in the board. Okay, right now. When you are doing the negotiation and everything, you are also doing the sales. But when you are talking about the sales, you are not still making money because the buyer didn't take his credit card or his PayPal or his bank account to purchase. What will make you sales is the closing of the sales, which is the crucial things, which is the final step, which is the perfect thing that will make you make money. So now how we can close the sales, how we can close the transaction and make more sales. The first thing, and remember, this is the crucial thing that you always must do, is always act fast. Don't take and lose time. If the buyer asks you how much and then you take hours to close the sales, take hours to reply, then you might lose the sale. If even someone tell you, yes, I will buy the domain, and then you take time to reply and then time to, like you say, time to give a reply, send a link and everything, you may lose the sale. So always act fast because buyers are interested now. Sometimes if he just 1 hour or 2 hours or 2 days, he will talk to his wife, she will talk to his husband, she will talk to his friends, then he will become not interested. So always act fast. The more fast you are, the better sales you will get. Also, send them a direct lead on das.com. Why? Of course, because of the commission of das.com, okay? But always tell him that I will send you a lead on das.com because this lead will make you get the sales very fast. And of course, we need to get sales in under 60 days because of the cash flow and so on. If you see that this buyer don't trust das.com, then send him a direct link from GoDaddy. As you know, Afternic had the checkout link. You can take it as well and then send it to the buyer. Okay, so also try to do it because sometimes when you would track the email and see that people are hesitating to buy the domain, then you will understand that he don't trust DAS and want to buy directly from GoDaddy. And even when you send the direct lead of GoDaddy, sometimes it shows Dan.com. And also people don't trust Dan. They don't know about Dan. Even if you explain that Dan.com is a part of GoDaddy and everything, they will not buy. So also you can ask him to go directly to GoDaddy. Then you can also take the link, put it on the email, send a screenshot of the domain listed for that specific price, and then you ask him to buy. Okay, this is what you have to do. This is what also I am doing. And of course, you send a follow-up to create the FOMO, because you see that I got also a reply from another client. Another client asking about the price. The domain is listed on a public marketplace. Everyone can buy and go and purchase it. I made this domain now publicly to create a FOMO, because buyer don't wanna lose good deals. So always make him feel that he has a good deal, and he will lose this deal if he didn't buy. Okay, so always create a FOMO, and then of course send them a follow-ups. Ask if he needs assistance, because sometimes people don't know how to purchase, and I got many of these people that don't know how to purchase a domain, don't know how it works, because they are not technical guru. Of course, especially when I get in some type of niches that people that are not very technical. So ask always if he needs assistance. People trust when you are offering services for them, and of course tell him that I will help you for free, because sometimes people, they will think that you try to help them for a fee. So tell him that I will help you for free with no problem. Okay, and if nothing of these people reply, send follow-ups, send everything that I mentioned, and no one reply to you, then next find another buyer. But if the domain was not sold, wait in a few months, send another follow-up. I got a domain that I take it for a year. I send a message now. People say I will buy. Then never buy. After 3 months, I send more message. I got another client. He said to me that I will buy, but he never buy. Another 3 months, I send more emails, more messages, because the domain was exact match. So I always target a specific state. And of course, the buyer, I got another buyer. He said to me, I will buy. So I get 3 buyers that still didn't buy. It arrived the time of renewal domain. I renew the domain and then do another outbound. And then finally, I got another client. He will say to me that I will buy the domain, and then go and buy the domain. So always renew the domain that you get some inquiries. When you are getting some buyers, always send messages. And even people that they say to me I will buy, when I send them messages, they will say, yes, I forget, yes, I was planning to do it this month, and then stuff like that, and they show interest but they never buy. So when you get this type of situation, next find more buyers and then try to buy and try to sell the domain for another client. Okay, now do you have questions before talking about something else? Do you have questions about the closing? Okay, let's see the questions right now. موجود الكويشن ما عندي ما نقول. Okay, some people a few months ago say we are not interested at this time. Okay, should I message them back now? Should I message a few months ago? Yes, you can send them message, then mention that the domain is now available again if you are interested, and stuff like that. Okay, you can send them message and see if they are interested or not. Do you have any questions? Because now we are talking about the scaling. So I believe that we talk about everything related to the outbound. If you see all the sessions that we made, you can like get a full course that you can understand anything. If you didn't make sales after watching all the sessions, and believe me, it's because of you, because all the information needed are existing now publicly and for free. Okay, so I can send the message to someone who says not interested at this time. Yes, you can also say do it, but it doesn't convert a lot, but it's worth trying. Okay, alimony law firm is a good name. I bought this domain without check or good the appraisal. No, I don't check. I don't check good the appraisal anymore, to be honest. I check it just when I get someone ask me about the price. If it is a good price, I will use it for my negotiation. If it is under $100, I will never talk about Goodady. Should I tell them about the discount or not? You can, yes, you can. You can tell them that the domain is now discounted and everything. I'm currently collecting emails and I plan to start sending them after the new year. However, I'm considering whether it might be better to start sending for now. Whether the tax. Okay, I think it is better to wait until the next year because now you will get a lot of automatic replies, and I got it as well. So wait until the start of the year and then start sending emails. What do you think about cold calling strategy? Yes, it's good. But for me, I believe that you should send email firstly, okay? Then do the cold calls. Because when you are trying to call without any kind of previous contact with this person, he will think, who are you? And then he will block you, okay? Can we do outbound during Christmas? Maybe, but you will get a lot of replies like automatic reply, we are in the holiday, we will come back in the next year and everything. When will you be available? Okay, when you will available to we, okay, will tell you my domain and give you, okay, the given the opinion of the domain, it's not for now, okay, as your opinion how much is, yes, $50 is enough to start. Yes, exactly. Sometimes the business has multiple owners. Yes, okay. Should I send them all? Try to send to 3 or 4 of these persons. If no replies, then try to reach out to the other people. What is the cold calls? It's a call that we make it on the freezer. It means someone when we call them and they don't know about us. Okay, it's like cold emails but in the call. Is it good to do marketing in December? Yes, but not at the end of December because lots of holidays. I am new into domaining and I found some domains. Guys, ask me just about the closing and the price negotiation. General question, we will do it later. Okay. I have domain in the niche lawyer, 200. Guys, for the niche of the lawyer, because I talk about this niche anytime and every time, they they are getting a lot of emails. So maybe we should switch and change the niche because the lawyers before they get 1 to 2 emails per day. Now they will get 10 to 40 emails per day, which means even if they are interested, they will not buy just because they are getting a lot of emails. Okay. But for this domain, 200 40 on the CPC, yes, it's good. I even find some domains in the low niche that have $1,000 in the CPC. When you will launch the $1,000, yes, I will do it, but not for now until I finish the setup of something in the academy. How often customer agree to a price and then disappear? What do you think of this situation? They are crazy. This is why they are doing this. We just talk about this just a few minutes. Sometimes it happens. It happened to all of us. You don't have any solution. I have an upgrade domain. He tell too much the price. I give him a discount. He never reply. How much did you ask? Did you ask for $10,000? Do you do coaching? Yes, I do coaching. 400, 4,000. Ask him about the payments plan. Give him a discount and ask about the payment plan. Maybe he can agree. Are you, are we call sell? Are we can okay exact match for more? Yes, you can do it. There is some of my audience that are selling exact match for $2,000, $3,000. Okay, how can I join the coaching? Try just to watch Arab Domain Academy and also watch the sessions that we made here. Okay. Anyway, can will there any updates on the exact match? I updated everything, so it doesn't need to be updated. Anyway, let's continue because we are getting late. Okay, now let's talk about something very important, which is the scaling. How to scale sales. As you know, we are doing the outbound. We are selling domains. We are doing the cash flow. We are making sales. We are making money. But if we can make more money, that will be perfect. So how we can make more money? How we can make more money in domains? Because as you know, in the scaling on the e-commerce and the CPA and the affiliate marketing, there is different ways. Rather, you will do scaling by the age, by the city, by the gender and everything. But in the domain, how we can do it? So the first method that you can do is simply that by checking the singular or the plural of the domain you already sold. Let's talk about you sold like flower delivery. You try to see if flowers delivery is available or not. If it is available, that's perfect. You will buy it and then you offer it to the buyer so you can sell it. I already made this trick and I shared this with my audience. I have sold a domain which is named torontopianolessons.com. I sold it for $500. Then I search and find that the singular is available. So I purchase the singular and then try to reach out to all the clients and all the contacts that I already found. And then I sold also the singular for 150, which means that you can also do the same thing. If you find the singular available, you can buy it. If you find the plural available, you can buy it. The second way is also you can find similar domains, which means you have a domain, you sold it, you take this domain, the keyword on this domain, you put it on Google Keyword Planner, and then you try to find some similar word to this niche. And then also you can buy it, and of course, you can sell it to the same buyer, or also you can sell it to more buyers. And it happens also. Also, you can use the same niche in different cities. Like for example, if you sold the domain which is a geo name, then simply the name like for example flower delivery. You take the flower delivery and search on other cities. You see like if it is available on Los Angeles, on Austin, on Fresno. If it is available, you can buy it, and also you can do outbound to sell more domains because you find the domain is making sales. So why not duplicate the same niche on other cities? Okay. Also, you can ask the buyer if he need more domains, because sometimes a buyer purchases a domain and then thank you. You can ask the buyer, do you need more domains in this specific niche, in this specific city, and so on. Sometimes you need just to ask, because a lot of buyers, they will say to you, yes, we want a domain in this specific area, and so on. Okay. Also, sometimes you just need to build an ownership with the buyer, because sometimes when you build the ownership with the buyer, he will tell you, always send me domains, so you can always give them what they are looking for. Okay. The more relationship that you will do with the buyers, the more sales you will get. Sometimes also you need just to check the website of the buyer who purchased the domain. Like for example, if this buyer offers different services, you may just go and check if this service, the real service, is available. You can also buy it and then offer it to the buyer to make more sales. Also, which is a crucial thing, the more outbound you do, the more domain you work on it, the more sales you get. Don't work on one domain, two domain, five domains, and you think that you are making sales. You have to work on many domains. The more domains you do, the better sales you get. If you can like work on one domain per day, two domains per day, or three domains per day, believe me, you will make a lot of sales. So this is for now. I hope that this session was clear to everyone. If you have any questions, please let me know. I will be happy to answer all the questions. Guys, give me questions. Don't give me what do you think about this domain. Jay, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Is there any questions? I see lots of questions here. I will just try to see it one by one. Okay, I am new in domain, and I found some domains that are available in .com, and have a website on other extension .net. How to validate this type of domain? I think you need to watch the first session that we have made. If you find that this buyer can be interested, that's perfect, but never buy a domain that have one single buyer, because if this buyer didn't purchase a domain, then you lost your money. Okay. How we can sell the different domain in the same niche, because we will find the same customer. Yeah, you will find the same customer, but not all the customer will reply to you, we are not interested. Sometimes some people, they will see your message, but they will never reply. So you can send them another message, then you ask about the domain. Also, when you are working on exact match domains, like for example, you can target some more different states. Like for example, if you have done outbound for California, you may do it like for Florida, for Canada, and so on. Okay. What tools do you use for the sales process? What sales process? What do you mean? You mean the sending or what? When will be the SMTP service return? Very soon, very soon. Any tool to manage relationship with buyers. The mind. That's it. Is this still, yes, the deal of pork bells still work. Always will be work. For the low niche, the length of the domain, no, it doesn't matter. Because sometimes we find a niche that's very long, and also the city is very long. Like for some time, we will get New York intellectual property lawyer. It's 5 words, but you don't have nothing to do because the niche is like this. Please, when this record session be available? I think Jay he will do it very soon. Once it's ready, he will publish it. How can I meet you in the person? Just come to Casablanca and we will meet. Which one is better, manual or both are good, manual and automatic. But manual is better because it make your email went to the inbox more to the spam. But it takes a lot of time because why? This is why you need to do it both of them. If we do outbound for 6C domains for 2 months, can you tell me your explain how many? It's depend on the type of domain you work on it. But if you are doing 6C domains for 2 months with an average of one domain per day, the minimum you will get one sale per week. Okay, but you need to continue the process. You need to build the pipeline. When you have a good pipeline, this means that you will get more sales. For beginners, how much does it take to earn? It doesn't take a lot. Just need to learn. Take time to learn, then you will make sales. What method do you use to find customers? Both manual and automatic. When will you be launching the paid course in English? For now, I'm not planning to do like paid course in English, but I will try to do some free content as well. What's your opinion about selling domain in inbound Nimship marketplace? It's also good, yes. I sold some domains over there for the wholesale price, but it's good. Which auction platform are best for selling 5 letters? DNWE. But the auctions are not good for end user. Auctions you will just find the resellers. Yes, the deal of purchase by 3 you will get 3. Yes, still working for Porkbell. So I hope that everything is clear. If you have any questions, if you have anything related, general things about the domaining, just let me know. Snob still good. Yes, it's still good, and they made many new features. Which one is good, beginner G or exact match? The same thing, all that's good. Of course, the exact match domains you will get more clients compared to the geo name, but try to work on both of them. Okay. I didn't check it yet, but I hear that they have some new features. But the dashboard seems a little bit different. Do you have any questions, Jay?
Not now.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. email message are ready for prospects for Akshay, I didn't understand your question. Yes, thank you. I found a domain. He has ads on research, okay, and 200 results. See, it's not about finding ads and results and everything. The more clients you find, the more domain it's good. If you choose two niches, you won't work on them in the future. They will be just the gambling niche and also the wine niche. I will never work on this type of niches. And I think you know why. Prospect real emails and message, okay, on for FN domain. Now, what is FN domain? Not getting reply.
These are first name, last name domain, I guess.
First, okay, first name, last name. It's normal. It's normal. Sometimes you will not get replies. Just keep sending emails, keep finding more buyers, and continue. Who is Jay? I think Jay, you need to talk about yourself.
Uh, what? Who is Jay? Okay. Uh, uh, Omar, you can say like I'm both. I play my role as a domain investor as well as broker as well, right? And I have a question from you, Ayub. Like
Okay.
in case of first name, last name, how
Okay.
can we convince buyer that this particular name is important for you? This domain will help you in future, like building brand image or featuring something like that. How do
Yes.
you?
So the first thing that we need to do is like find firstly person who need to get his first name last name. We will not contact anyone to buy the first name last name. This person need to be someone who need to show up to the public with his first name last name, especially because recently everyone talking about the personal branding and everything. So we need to tell him to protect his personal branding. It is better to write emails with like contact.ayubkihel.com rather than gmail.com. Okay. Also, people might be like different person that have the same first name, last name in another country, and he will do something bad on the website without bad intention, but he is doing like this. Sometimes people that are doing like gambling, and the other people, the other person with the same first name last name is a doctor. When person will search on Google, he will find that this first name last name is a gambler and it is not a doctor. Okay, so this thing also happens. So always people need to get the domain, protect his first name, last name, and build some content on it. Even if he don't want to build the content on it, he can just redirect it to his LinkedIn account or simply just take the domain and build an email list on it. That's the thing. I always talk about these benefits. the protection of his first name, last name, and also the benefits of the email, of the personal branding, and the protecting the image of his personal first name, last name. On one email account, no, I don't use one email account for sending. There is one thing, important thing that I mentioned in the last session. If you do both of them, you will get more inbox. It means that you need to do the email rotation and the spin text. If you do the email rotation plus the spin text, it means that you will hit more inboxes, more than get into the spam. One email you can send like 200 email per day, but I don't recommend this, especially if the email it is not warm up. Okay. Which auction have high activity in traffic? See, the if you are like asking this question to sell domains to the end user, the domain are not sold in this way. People, they will not buy the domain just because the auction. But if you are looking for an auction marketplace to sell domains for end user, for resellers, for domainers, then you can put it on the NWE, on Dynadots, on sub.com, on das.com. Okay. Resellers, I think it's better to check on the NWE, on Nempros, on Telegram groups as well. You will find the resellers. Also, try Squad Help marketplace of resellers, the wholesale marketplace. It's also good for getting always the cash flow and sell to resellers. To be honest, I don't work on the domain parking, so this is why I can say nothing. So I think everything is clear. Maybe we should stop it for now until the next session. So maybe we talk about everything related to the outbound, everything that you need about the outbound. If you check our previous session, that we made, me and Jay, then you can understand anything. If you understand Arabic, then you check my courses in Arabic in my YouTube channel. If you understand English, all of this now are explained on the channel of Domain Marketplace, Domain Pro. I forget the name, sorry. Then you can understand and see anything and understand anything, and you start practicing. The more thing you do is to focus, to engage, and to continue the process. Yes, Domain Aftermarket Pro. The more you continue the process, the more sales you get. And try to hustle, always hustle on working, and believe me, you will make a lot of sales. Thank you guys, thank you for being here, and see you in the next session.
Thank you all for joining us, and thank you, Kehel. I have seen like you do really a lot of hard work to make slides actually. Every
Little
time
bit.
you come up with, new slides, new idea, and it is really good.
So I hope that everyone gets some knowledge and use this knowledge, not just checking the information, keep it in the bank of information without using it.
Yeah.
So people need to use the information, because
Yeah.
this is the thing that we don't do.
Okay, then thank you so much, Kehel. Ayub, like see you soon in another webinar. And
Yes, of course.
thank you so much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, guys.